preparing. This is a chance to just get up front, speak extemporaneously about your topic based on table topics. So what you'll do is you'll come up, you'll take 1 to 2 minutes to say, this is generally what my topic is about. So I'm a beekeeper, I'm an expert in bees. I love to talk about everything to do with bees, and I have a side business that feeds into Savannah Bee Company, so I love everything about bees. So that's what you might say. So then everybody in the audience will think, what can I ask her about that? And we'll throw a table topic to you. They'll have 2 minutes to respond back on that table topic, or to say, I want 3 minutes on that one, right? So the normal will be 2, and I'll be timing. So if you're there and I'm here, you can just look over at me and I'll let you know how much time you have left. 1 minute left, or I'll do this. You have 30 seconds, okay? 1 minute, 30 seconds. But if you get that, if you hear a topic, you know you have something to say about it, you say, I'll take 3 minutes, then I'll reset to 3. Somebody feed back to me what the rules are.
What starts with a question?
Yep.
Do we make up something crazy like we're a beekeeper, or is it like the truth of what we really do?
Well, I think that we can do make up something.
Okay, if it can be either.
I think it can be either.
Okay, so
I've actually done this exercise with people inventing, actually about beekeepers, actually.
Okay.
And it's sort of amazing to discover what an expert you can be, knowing nothing.
Oh, interesting. So we make up a profession that everybody shares, and we all take turns talking about it.
You're gonna get up there and you're gonna choose for yourself, and then whoever gets up is either gonna do their real stuff or they're gonna invent something for themselves. And the whole focus of this, the reason to do it is, it's about delivery and connection. It's not about how brainy and smart, it's about delivery and connection. So play, stretch, make up something, or do your real stuff, but say, let me see what happens when I just field something from the audience as opposed to do my script. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So only
That's
one.
fun.
So we're up there, and one person will give you a question, or does everybody give you a question?
We'll throw questions out, and whoever is here will pick which one they want to go with.
Ah, all right.
Yep, so
On
you
a
just throw it out
topic,
there.
on a topic that you've already brought up.
Yes, like if I say, I'm a beekeeper, I'm a specialist in bees, everybody will take a minute and say, okay, what my topics are. So, topics. And somebody will say, I want to know how bees work in shampoo. Tell me about bees and shampoo. Somebody else raise their hand, say, I want to know about bees and the schools. Do you have bees in the schools? You do anything with schools? Teaching science at all? So the person will get to pick, I'll go with this one or that one, but we'll just throw out topics. Okay? Good?
1 minute, 30 seconds.
It's going to be 2 minutes as the base, and if you love that topic and you want 3, you just turn to me and say, I'll take 3 on that. And then I'll give you, but whether it's 2 or 3, it's going to be you 1 minute left or 30 seconds.
Great.
Okay? Great.
I'll go with it.
Okay, come on
Nice,
up.
Kathy, rock star, yeah.
I always go first. I'm so nervous. I'm like, just get it out of the way. Good morning or afternoon, everyone. Thank you for having me. I am an internist. Been in medicine for 26 years. And I got my board certification in bariatric medicine last year. But for some reason, over the last 6 months, I've gained 20 pounds.
They may not know what bariatric medicine is.
Obesity medicine, the science of weight gain. Which makes it really ironic. And I'm about to launch my speaking career in helping people with the science and data behind weight loss, weight maintenance, and weight gain, and how to lose weight. I'm all yours. Lay it on me.
Okay.
Should my wife tell me I'm fat?
Should your wife tell you you're fat?
So that's
Well,
one.
that's one question. Hang on.
That's one. Who else has another topic?
How does balance figure into your profession?
How does balance figure in to your profession?
Yes, ma'am.
How does eating mindfully, how does mindfulness fit into what you're going to teach?
I'm going to take that question.
Okay,
Oh,
how
nice.
does mindfulness fit in? Take it for 2 or 3? 2. 2. You're on.
Yes, ma'am. Mindful eating is often called in the circle of obesity medicine intuitive eating. And do you remember being little? Or do you remember having little kids? And you're trying to feed them, You're trying so hard, but they don't want it. They close their mouths. And you can't pry their lips open with a crane because they are done. They've had enough carrots. They've had enough peas. They've had enough applesauce, thank you very much, mother or daddy. And then the child gets up and goes merrily to play and runs around for another 4 hours until they're hungry again. Most of us Americans need to rediscover that 2-year-old, 18-month-old, who when they're done eating, how do we find those cues that tell us that we're full? How do we find those cues that tell us that it's time to get up and run around and play? That we're done, and it's okay, we've had enough. Man, if I could figure that out, I'd be a millionaire. But I'm here to share with you that all hope is not lost. It is possible in our busy world to reconnect with our own guts and our own hearts and our own minds. Very briefly, we're asked to set the stage and set the table, make it look pretty, help us slow down. We're asked to put our forks down between each bite rather than shuffling like I do. We're asked to respect our bodies. And so, in conclusion, let's think about what that might mean to reconnect with our intuitive selves relative to our eating. Thank you.
Kick us off, Lloyd, kick us off.
So I'm thinking my wife shouldn't tell me I'm fat.
I agree. I agree.
Particularly when you get out of the shower, and she goes, you need to lose weight.
Oh, no! But surely 35 pounds ago, she wasn't saying that, right? And she's definitely not saying that.
We've been married 32 years, it doesn't really matter. What is she going to say? So how do you think you did?
My challenge is creating an organization in my mind. I've got thoughts, but I want to create a beginning, middle, and an end with points. I'm not good at that. I'm not good at that.
So what did you think you could have done differently?
Pause and thought before speaking.
I thought you did good at having a beginning, a middle, and an end. In fact, I saw the trigger when she gave you the sign that you had 30 seconds left, that you pivoted and made your end, connected your end to it. So I thought that was really good. I think the best part of you talking is that you didn't give a talk. You shared what is you. So this isn't a topic for you. This is a way of life for you. And you didn't give people a speech. You shared with people how you feel about something. And there's two ways that we move, that people are moved. And they're moved by either a story or by the feeling. So great stories are about people, not things. You told a story about people, little kids. And you created a feeling not because of what we felt, but because of what you felt. So I think one of the best things you did in your talk is if you can give a talk to people from their point of view. You ever been in a room with somebody and you say something and they disagree with you? And they walk away and you look at the person next to you and you go, that guy's a freaking idiot. But if they agree with you, you go, that guy's really smart. I mean, isn't it funny when people agree with us, we think, woo! When they disagree with us, we think, that guy's a moron. So you talk from other people's point of view. People have kids and they relate to that. So I thought you did good.
Cathy, right? Is it K or C?
Oh,
C, thanks. I think you did such a beautiful job of connecting with us. If the objective of this exercise was to deliver and connect, you did that superlatively. What I really love is the eye contact. You were really with us, and that was portrayed by your language. Do you remember when you were about 5 years old, or do you remember when you had little kids, had little kids? Anyway, the way you did that drew us into a shared experience, drew us into a world where we could immediately relate. And then you spoke from the lessons of that world and had us really see the opportunity for us right now. I felt like your speaking had a beginning, middle, and end. I feel like you had us present to an opportunity, and so we walk away with something where we're a little different now. We have, our life can be better now because of your sharing. And your facial expressions are just fabulous. You were captivating. I didn't want you to stop. I was like, oh, I hope this goes on for another 45 minutes. Don't tell her stop. It's really well done.
Thank you for that topic, you hit on my heart.
Well, it's part of mine as well, so I'm new at this, I'm gonna just give you, so I thought you absolutely drew us in, you were very animated, and the key thing you did for me, which is very personal, because I'm working on the whole mindfulness, is when you did that kind of a thing. It was so, you emphasized it to a point that it's like, oh, I got that, I can use that. So I think, maybe you can even build on that in your talks, is to give those kinds of, because that's what you need to get out of that habitual, way of eating, of shoveling in. So by doing that, I would make that show up on your talk all the time.
Can you tell me, what do you mean? So, was it the part where the kid would have to get his mouth pried open to
Yeah,
get
when you were
food in?
saying like, you've had enough. And then you said, what I thought was so good was that then you connected that, how did you say it? But it was, the idea was that that's how we have to connect when we've had enough. That we are literally like, we got to shut our mouths instead of just mindlessly shoveling food in.
Got it.
But to shut your mouth because you've had enough. And kids know that, and you said that about connecting back to when you were 2, and you knew when enough was enough.
I've got something for you, and I got it from what you said. Mindful measures to master. MMM.
Mindful.
That's rich, I think I should give you a time check.
That's great.
That's awesome.
I think you're ready for PBS, Cathy, really. I appreciate you have a large passion there and came out naturally, So, just keep moving along, let it keep expressing. You got something to say.
Tell me more about, I don't feel like I have structure.
I feel like I'm just winging it in my head. So I don't feel like I'm going into it with a plan. And I've seen speakers, as I do this, I see speakers, like with table topics, they stop and they stop and think and they get it. I feel like I'm free associating, and I don't like that feeling. I don't like being out of control.
It feels like being out of control.
Yeah, I'm like one of those speakers that I'll write my speeches out. Like I got a speech to give in 2 weeks. I'll write it all out. And I'll rewrite it, because that way I can organize it in my mind. But up there, I don't have an outline, and that's disturbing. The other thing that I think that I need to work on, I need your all's help, is my voice. I've been told that I don't project, like you got up there and projected. I'm very soft. And in a large room, that becomes a liability.
Well, maybe not. I mean, it depends on the size of the room. Modulation is just as important as the voice. I mean, the reason people don't project is because they don't take in air. So if you take in enough air, then you project, and then your voice comes from the vowels and the syllabuses that you use. If you feel it resonating here in your chest, it projects out. But modulation can be just, some people just don't have a loud voice. Some people's personality, I've been in rooms where, with speakers who are very demonstrative, and they tell, well, you have to do this and that and the other. Well, see, I don't really have to do that. That's not me. So you can be you, but one of the ways you do project is the modulation in your voice. So sometimes going up and going down is just as effective as having a constant. I mean, to me, the most boring person to listen to is someone that says you have to go this way, and when you turn left all the time, and after you turn left, you go straight. Just a monotone voice. I'd rather somebody say it's important. Food's important. How much you put in your mouth's important. And getting fat's important. That's the way you do it. That's the way I see you doing it. So in terms of projecting your voice, just take in air. Take a deep breath in and then talk.
I think your voice, Cathy, is you.
Yeah.
And it's very appealing. And I think you just have to really be careful about making sure there's a system that will help you project your voice, an electronic assist device. It's just who you are, right? It's so clear.
I mean, if you really want to know what your voice sounds like, record yourself and then play it back and go in the other room and listen to yourself.
You'll have a recording of this.
But go in another room to listen to it. Because when I train people in call centers, I tell them record it and go in another room. And if the person you're hearing in the other room doesn't come across in a way that you would be interested in engaging in them, neither will the person you're talking to.
And you know, I found out that, I mean, I've never seen you before, but as soon as you stepped there and you presented yourself, I saw you as an expert on your topic. And so if you, like you said, you prepare yourself for the speech, and at the moment you are in front of people, you don't have a structure in your brain. I don't either, you know. I prepare, I write notes and everything, but I always come up saying something that I wasn't planning on saying. And it's because I read the audience, I get excited, I just get in a tangent and go somewhere else, and I end up doing a different speech. But if the audience is engaged and the target topic that you wanted to speak is already there, this doesn't matter. I don't think so. I mean, you're very professional. Your pose, I mean, I think that was fantastic, really.
I have a thought for you. What if what was happening there was that you were being intuitively guided from one topic to the next in the perfect organized structure, and that you just felt out of control, that actually it was you inside saying, and now I need this, and now I want that? Because what I wrote on my sheet, amazing automatic structure that felt really organized.
This just shows us that's okay. All right, thank you all. I appreciate it. Time escapes us. Thank you.
Excellent. All right, give me